Welcome to Creative Tien channel. Today I want to make a mask for back to school students, especially for middle school and elementary school. That's the two size I have because my daughter is going to middle school, so I want to make several for her, and this style of mask is her favorite. And I also have a smaller size that will fit most elementary school, especially the younger ones, because my son is going to the first grade. So there are several advantages of this style of mask. First, it's very simple to make. It only takes 4 fabric, 2 in the front and 2 in the back. And I also create a channel so you can put in the elastic and decide how long you want. And you can adjust the length of the elastic by tying a knot. Once you decide the length, you can cut off the extra and hide the knot inside the channel. And another good thing about this style of mask is that you don't need to iron. After wash it, it will be in good shape. Unlike the surgical style with a 3-fold, those will look better with iron every time. And here is the detail of the center. I have the top stitch on both sides, so it stays flat and it doesn't shift inside. And it's also more comfortable because of the curved shape here. It creates more space for breathing. The first step is to find your favorite fabric. And I have this pattern one and the pink and turquoise because that's my daughter's favorite color. And I can mix and match. And you will need some elastic. The thinner one will be more comfortable. And for this style of mask, there's really no top or down. It's the same, so you can switch it. It's easier for kids because sometimes they just don't care which side is top, which side is bottom. Now I cut out the pieces based on this chart. You can find the PDF download. The link will be in the description box below and also will be on our website, creativetien.com. And this is only half of the mask. You will need a pair for the front. You just have to turn it the other way so it's mirror image. If you have pattern, make sure it's in the right direction. So you need 2 front and 2 back pieces. And I already include the seam allowance about 3/8 of an inch or 1 centimeter. That's a standard size for the seam allowance. For this part, you will be folded into a channel for elastics. So this mask design is very similar to my last one, except I didn't have this channel here to hold the ear loop. It was just sewed in here and here. I will link that design in the description box below. It comes with pattern for the adult size too. So after cutting, we want to connect the 2 pieces and 2 back pieces. And it's very easy, just fold it. So it's right side facing each other. And just sew the seam allowance like this way. It's about 3/8 of an inch. You don't have to start from the edge, but from the corner here until this seam allowance, that's the sewing line, from here to here. After sewing the line, I clip the curve area so it's easy to open up. And I did the same on the other pieces. Now we just need to open up and iron it. You can choose to iron this to one side or open up. It's easier to keep it to one side, and then we'll connect the front and back together. Now I iron both pieces. I can open it up. That's what it looks like after opening up. And we just place the right side facing each other and sew up the top and the bottom all the way, leaving both sides open so we can turn it inside out. And when we are sewing the center part, make sure the seam is folded to different direction just to reduce the bulk. The pink one, I can go to the left, and this pattern can go to the right. So you'll be like that. Now I sew up the front and back. You can see the line all the way to the other side. And the seam here goes to one direction and the other side goes to the other direction. Now we are ready to turn it inside out from the sides. After turn it inside out, I will give it an iron before we continue. And then I'm going to fold in the corner, just the first part here, fold it in so you don't see the raw edge. We can iron it first and then sew a line to close the opening. It's the same on the other side. I sew up the sides and we can fold it in to the back to form a channel, and we can place our elastic inside. I cut out the two pieces of elastic about 8 inches long. This will be adjustable so you can always cut it longer, and after you tie a knot and it fits, you can cut out the extra. So I like to place the elastic on top and then fold, and then we sew a line here. After that we can just tie up the elastic. Tie a small knot at the end. Now I tie a knot and make sure it fits. Then I can hide the knot inside the channel. And in the future, you can replace the elastic. Just cut a new piece and thread it through the channel. So there's only one more thing left. That's to sew the line along the center. This step is optional, but it makes a nice finish like that. And that's the back side. Because we have the seam allowance, so this part is thicker. If we sew it down, it will keep the shape better and the fabric inside will not shift. So I'm just going to sew two lines parallel to the center, one on the right and one on the left, so it will hold the seam allowance below. And I like to sew the line this way, so it's concave here and it's easier to run through it instead of sewing this direction. And always back stitch first. Back stitch at the end, and then you are done. So that's the top stitch. The back side. I will make at least 5 masks, so each day of the week you have a new one to wear. And it's nice to have extra too, so you can always leave one at school or leave one in your bag. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to download your pattern, and happy sewing.